Hi there, Z here, and for those of you who do not know my put-out schedule for my content, it seems pretty scarce. Now, I don't really mean it to be like that. I try to make it every single week, but sometimes just things happen in life, you know? Like, I have a couple sick dogs in the house. Gotta take care of them, you know? Got some yard work, gotta take care of them weeds, gotta mow the lawn there, and my AC fell out. My AC just broke. I needed to fix my AC. And there was a few other things, such as, my parents reinstated their restraining order against me, which is great, which is absolutely just fantastic, because I just want to see them again. I mean, that's all I really want. It's just a kid trying to see his parents again. And my therapist found me in the back of her car again, and she said one more time like that, and she's going to call the cops, and that's 3 strikes of stalking, and I'm put away for about 3 years. So, I mean, I gotta stop doing that. You know what? I think she would have given me about 5 times. You know, 5 times she probably would have told me, but 3 of those times were when I was naked, and that's probably what turned her off. And it just seems like my life is just spinning out of control, and it's just a black hole that just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and I'm just kind of drowning in it. But none of that really matters now, because Zach is finally shilling out and making his first top 5 list based solely on opinion, not really facts, because a facts list would be way too hard for me. Yes, that's right. If you care about my opinions at all, worry no more. With this completely original, super amazing, fantastic, pussy-grabbing top 5 list, you too will know what I personally think about certain subjects out there in the world, and I will rake in the views and subs with absolutely no self-decency. So sit back, relax, and be ready to know my top 5 survival games of all time! Holy shit! I either need way more alcohol or lower my standards far more to keep that false excitement going. Number 5, Sheltered. Now, this pixelated game definitely gets points for making shitty graphics into something that really doesn't even matter. In this game, you make a family out of 4, including a pet of your choosing, but why even ask, since most of you will just take the dog because he is way better than anything out there.
Alright. Dog is the only one. Why would I ever want a... Yeah, fish. Fish sounds good.
And you'll have to inhabit a bunker where you'll be able to make rooms and repair items when they break over time, catch food, and send one lucky man, woman, or child out to gather materials from the surrounding areas. With things like randomly generated maps and random events that could occur, such as bandit raids on your complex, people trying to break your air and water filters on the very surface of the world.
Help, I'm being chased by something again. Let me in, please. I need somewhere safe to stay. Still no. I'm sorry, but we can barely manage us, let alone us and you. Zach, what do you need? Nothing? Are you good? Here, Zach, why don't you go ahead? You little bitch!
Or somebody dying and you hawking their body for food rations. This game has just enough things to keep your attention for several hours, if not even more time. Then, when things get boring, you just kill everyone and start over like the heartless person you are. You should really get back to your therapist. Number 4, This War of Mine. No other game would be so dreary and fun to play as This War of Mine. This game is about a group of individuals who bunker down in a broken-ass house to hide from a civil war that's occurring all around them. While in this house, you will need to keep your morale up, feed them just enough so they don't starve to death, heat the building when it gets cold, and repair the house as much as you can to prevent other people from stealing all of your shit. Seems like a whole lot like Sheltered, right? But it's a little bit more polished than that. Graphics are better, scavenging is more hands-on. Instead of just sending out a random person and hopefully they find stuff, you actually go out and find the stuff yourself. But as Sheltered is all about building your base and surviving in it, this one just relies mostly on the scavenging part. Oh, and make sure you keep the killing and the stealing to a minimum to prevent your group from coming down with the Mopey Monday syndrome where, even though you're in a fucking civil war and it's survival of the fittest, when you take stuff from an old man who will, let's be fair, will die any day now. Oh, we stepped over the line. We need his food, but guess what? The old man needs it. You know, they said the same thing to me when I tried to take my grandpa's morphine on his deathbed. He's already dying! I need something to help my sadness! It's what he would want! Number 3, The Forest. If you are looking for more of a genuine horror in your survival game experience, say no more. Here we come to The Forest, a very enthralling horror-based survival game where you crash land on an island where some cannibal, crazy tribesmen take your son, and you must go forth and try to find him before he's the next serving of baby back ribs. To do so, you must do the survival thing. Harvest some resources, build a shelter, make some weapons, search through people's luggage, and after you're done sniffing the undergarments of your choosing, take whatever edible or useful thing at the time and move to the next one. Soon, after roaming around for a little bit, you'll find some of these natives who are legitimately frightening at night when they attack.
Oh, houseboat. Damn, that would be cool. That'd be difficult, though. That means you would have to, like, build it, like... Oh, shit!
And believe me, there are no pushovers. I'll tell you that right now. Not to spoil too much, but let's just say at one point you can find weird-ass creatures, including a mass of humans merged together with 15 arms and legs and zombie fetuses. Yes, zombie fetuses. Fucking try to hear that and not try to buy that game. Number 2, Rust, or as I like to call it, 12-year-old murderous AIDS-riddled game with a sprinkling of gulag torturing. Honestly, if this game was made back in the day, the executioners wouldn't even need to get any blood on their hands. Just give this game to the people that they need to kill, let them get addicted, and allow them to kill themselves out of frustration. But honestly, this survival game, though it can be very thoroughly cancerous at times, is a solid game with 2 main goals. 1, try your best to stay alive and make a base from absolutely nothing, from a rock in your hand to a sprawling base. 2, try your best not to lose said base. People will want the shit. People will want your shit that you are hiding in your base. They will try to raid you with C4, explosives, thousands of people with thousands of picks just to make your way in. You need to stop that. Whether that be from making a mean sign on your neighbor's base to have them get raided over you, or building a completely metal base with 15 automated turrets inside and a little nuke just to be sure that if someone breaks in, nobody's getting out. The choice is yours. When you finally build a base, get some decent weapons, and go around harassing other noobs, it just feels fantastic. You don't have to focus on the noobs. You could go and attack people higher than you, but would you attack somebody with weapons equal to yours and might lose your weapons, or would you go with the little man with a pointy stick? Yeah, you don't need to answer that. We both know what the right answer is. Some would say this game sounds a lot like 4chan condensed in a survival game, and yes it is. That's a perfect explanation of it. No better way of saying it. But if you could survive the game both virtually and mentally, then we all know that when the nukes finally drop, and you walk out of your shelters Fallout style, you'll be ready. Oh, you'll be ready. Number 1, The Long Dark. Honestly, anyone could have seen this one coming. If you've seen any of my other reviews, I suck the sweet virtual juices out of this game almost on a daily basis, and as well as your mom does at her night job. Come on, we all know what it is. But in my defense, it's all for a good reason. This game has atmosphere, fully functional weather that can go from sunny and clear to zero visibility blizzard, stealing supplies from abandoned buildings, wildlife, to fucking ruin your entire gaming experience.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And a very detailed and intricate survival stats. Too cold? Boom! Hypothermia. Staying in a one location too long? Bam! Cabin fever. You want to eat an expired fish and wash it down with stagnant water? Have you ever violently expelled everything from every single hole in your body before? It's not pleasant. It's not. Anyways, surviving in this world consisting of several maps is definitely a chore, especially since most houses are further away from news as to CNN. And with the game doing update after update after update with little things like single player campaigns, changing seasons, and updating new wildlife every so often, this obviously has way more changes to go through before it's completed. So, grab it so you're one of those smug pricks that say, well, I played the game before it was even popular. By the way, guys, I don't know if you knew this, but I fucking bought that game when it first came out. I bought it! It was me! And that's everything! I hope you guys enjoyed this killing of your brain cells in... shameless plug. Most of these games on my list I have actually made reviews for. So, if you want to know more info about them, go ahead and check them out. In all honesty, I really do apologize for the long wait. That's the honest truth. And in truth, it was just a full-time job, girlfriend, streaming, and 30% of laziness. And I just haven't gotten around to doing this. I'll try to keep this better. I'll try to make it once a week, like I typically do. And I really do appreciate all the likes, positive comments, subs. You make me want to keep making this quality content. Cheers to everybody.